with proxy-friendly paper vintage events for high-stakes, real power on the line happening around the United States in the coming months. I need to buckle down and get testing. All right. Welcome back, vintage gamers. It is the Sunday after a no stream weekend. I went to New York City and played a vintage paper qualifier event. I played Oath of Druids with a bunch of null rods in my sideboard, and apparently so did everybody else. There was, 32 players, and maybe a third of the field was on Oath. The tournament did end up being won by Bug, and I went 1-4 with Oath, and my teammate Dan, who drove down with me, did not do well either. So I don't know. Oath is just a feast or famine deck. It's either doing its thing and living life, or it is not doing its thing, and you are having a bad time. And boy, did I have a bad time Magic the Gathering wise. Paper vibes and the community wise, it was a very nice event. Got to see a bunch of people who I played against online, and it was a good time. I was really happy I went. We got some good food, but Oath is just not it for me. I can't say that I want to play that deck in a high stakes event, and there are a lot of high stakes vintage events coming up in the next 2 months. I am going to be playing in multiple paper events, TSI, NYSE. Maybe even the land run. I said I wasn't going to go on the land run, but flights have dropped like $200. So that's a pretty significant drop. We'll see. I'm looking at that right now. It might be 3 big paper events. And then they just announced a new paper event in Pittsburgh in the end of August, which is like a vintage 10K. It's a 10K vintage, 20K legacy. The Gathering, I believe. I think it's the second time that group has hosted a big event. Last time was in North Carolina, though. So if I'm looking at this right, I got TSI, I got NYC, I got Land Run maybe. We got The Gathering probably. Pittsburgh's pretty easy to get to. And then Eternal Weekend, all 3 Eternal Weekends. Big paper vintage events are coming up. So I am going to try to get serious testing in and try to find a deck I want to play. The problem is there's plenty of viable decks, but there are very few viable decks that I enjoy. So that's a little bit of a struggle. I was thinking I own Doomsday in paper. I might want to get some Doomsday reps, but Doomsday is like, if people are going to be playing Lurrus Saga, Doomsday is a little bit hard into Lurrus Saga, but Doomsday is very good into like Jewel, into Oath, into Initiative, like all of these other decks that are getting played. Doomsday is pretty good into those decks. So I was thinking about Doomsday. I was thinking about Lurrus combo-oriented decks. And just today, there was a card leaked. I'm not going to talk about it because I don't want to talk about leaks too much. I think leaks take away from spoilers, and spoilers should be, especially when spoilers are given to content creators, they should be pretty, like, you know, a momentous moment for the content creator. So I'm waiting until there's a perspective. Possibly there's a new bauble in Modern Horizons 3 that people are talking about. You can find people talking about it online. I'm not going to go into depth about it at all, but once it is officially spoiled, then I will probably do a Voice of Vintage video about it, because I think it has, at least has the possibility to make things happen in the format. This is going to be one of the decks that I think will maybe use said card very well. So we're going to, and I think this deck is good on its own. So right now, without Modern Horizons 3 at all, I think this deck has a lot of play and a lot of things that I enjoy, which is why we're going to play it. So that was a lengthy intro, but I feel like a nice little let people know what's going on. This is going to be my version of the Sheercon/Sprouts Turbo Volt Key. This time I'm going to opt to play some different blue spells instead of playing Intuition Savine's Reclamation. I did like Intuition Savine's Reclamation the last time I played it. I got second in a challenge with a similar version of this deck. I'm going to try this version today, which is going to be slightly different. It's going to lean a little closer to Lurrus Saga Control, while still being a Toolbox Volt Key deck. And what we're going to do is we're going to play the full 4 Wastelands effects, and then I'm going to play an Oswald Fiddlebender Toolbox with things like Haywire Might, Needle, and Lantern in the main. Lots of restricted blue spells and lots of not restricted blue spells that I'm still going to play only one of. Tied together with the 4 Lorien, 4 Saga, 4 Wasteland, 4 Force of Will package. We're going to try a little bit of a merchant scroll package in this one. Merchant scroll for 1 PO, 1 repeal, some different counter spells, obviously Ancestral Recall. No dig through time this time. I like dig through time in the merchant scroll package, but the Urza Saga Wasteland mana base makes me not as happy playing a dig through time. So we're gonna try playing a Treasure Cruise instead. I might want to play a second Fiddlebender just to make sure that I have this whole toolbox online, but it is a legendary 2/2, so not always great to play 2. I'm gonna go up to 2 dress downs at least. I'd like to play more dress downs if possible, but we'll have to see how that looks. And then obviously some powerful white spells like Swords and Balanced and Portable Hold to answer creatures and Null Rods and those kind of things. I'm going to play the Trop, 3 Tundras, and a Sea with 4 Lorien Revealed instead of playing the 3 Lorien Revealed, 2 Tundra, 1 Sea, 2 Spire of Industry. I don't really like Spire of Industry. I consider Spire of Industry if I was going to splash something like Breach or High Noon. But I think I'm going to go with the 1 Tropical Island, which is obviously not a great land in this deck, but being able to use Lorien Revealed to find your Haywire Might activation is pretty good. And then I still have a Opal and a Petal, which I added, so there's some extra green sources in that sense. One of the reasons I really like this deck is because it leans a little bit heavier into the combo elements of Lurrus Saga, which I enjoy. I don't really want to sit there grinding with blue-black mirror. I don't find that particularly fun. And I'd like to play, less based on constructs and more based on combo kills. And I also want to make sure that we're not playing blue-black, because I think playing Containment Priest right now is very, very strong. If everyone's going to play Oath of Druids, then you can just go back to 4 Containment Priests, and you're immediately super, 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 super favored versus Oath. Which is basically the exact same metagame rotation that happened last year during Eternal Weekend. Eternal Weekend Europe was the best time to play Oath. Eternal Weekend in Japan and the States ended up being a better time to play Jewel, because people were still playing Oath, and then all the Lurrus Saga players ended up playing Containment Priest and playing Esper and Blue-White, and so it was just an easy time to play Jewel. So that's kind of the same rotation that's happening right now. Right now, that all the Lurrus Saga players are on Blue-Black. Everyone is playing Oath to beat Blue-Black. It's working. Oath was the most winning deck this weekend, 55% win rate. And so like the next rotation here is Lurrus Saga players go back to playing Containment Priest, and Jewel players come out of the woodworks, and so on and so forth. So we'll see what happens. Yeah, that was a extremely lengthy intro. I apologize for that. But just wanted to give you background on what's going on. Of course, remind people about paper events. I would love to see everyone at NYSE and the land run if I go to the land run. These are vintage events, high stakes vintage events for power. Both events are going to give away power. The NYC is a lot of power, and then the land run is, I think, a time walk. And both events have proxies at them. Land run, I believe, is restricted or reserved list proxies, and then the NYC is 15 proxy. So proxy vintage for stakes is happening around the United States this year. So get out there, and I'll see you in the battlefield. Have you ever wanted to win your own real Black Lotus? The legendary NYSE Vintage Tournament returns this June 22nd on Long Island in New York. 15 proxy, high stakes, paper vintage action with 8 whole pieces of unlimited power as prizes. You are not going to want to miss it. Check out more information in the description below. I hope to see you there. Let's battle. All right. Found a battler. I got a cat. I've got a classic Urza Saga gaming hand. I mean, this is a beautiful example of how this deck actually functions, because you just use your Lorien to tie in all your spell lands. No problem. I mean, this is a keeper, right? Especially with the opponent. No reveal on Lurrus means they're some kind of either Bazaar or maybe mono white or something. I mean, we want to keep with Force of Will and Saga. I think the biggest question here is, are you supposed to lead Saga? Because you can't actually make construct if you lead Saga here. I feel like the answer is probably no. I don't really feel like we're building to anything by turboing out a Saga activation here, so I probably would rather just go towards a Lorien here, and then I'll play a Saga next turn. I'll just get a Tundra. Fiddlebender, interesting. So now I have to choose between playing a Fiddlebender and advancing my Saga. Fiddlebender has no artifacts to activate off of. If we were to draw a 1-drop artifact, then when a Saga complete... I mean, we should get the Saga going, right? It's the bottom line here is we need to see if my opponent has Wastelands in their deck. We need to get the Saga going. And we'll move on from there. Like we can easily skip a construct activation next turn and play a Fiddlebender if that is going to put us in a position to Turbo Volky. This deck does not care about construct tokens to the extent that blue-black Lurrus Saga will. I mean, you can win with construct tokens, and you should always be looking to see if you have avenues to win with construct tokens, but construct tokens are like your plan C or D or something. Here, I'm just going to deny the colorless mana of the Saga by hitting it with a Wasteland. And then we'll just press on with a Fiddlebender. Interesting. So my opponent has Urza Saga. My opponent has Ponder. I assume this means they're like Esper Tinker. I wanted to try out some Esper Tinker with 4 Ponders and see if there was anything to be found in that kind of area. People who have tried told me they weren't super happy with it, though, so... Dress down doesn't really do anything here, but we get to pressure this game a little bit now by playing a Fiddlebender. It's threatening pretty quickly a Vault Key activation. This Saga can get a key. Maybe I can find another 1-drop. I can turn it into a Time Vault. Lots of things are happening here. I do think this is... I don't know. I think Fiddlebender is like probably one of the more important cards in tying together this whole strategy. So it's a little odd to only be playing 1. I don't know if we should probably make play a second, but it doesn't really get a lot better with 2, but you have more chances of having it. Is this gonna be a Tinker? It's gonna be a Teferi. I don't really feel like I'm happy with Teferi bounced Fiddlebender here. It doesn't look great for me. I think I'm just gonna force and pitch a Lorien. I think I'd rather pressure this. And they force back and then they bounce the Fiddlebender. That's like not a huge deal. Okay, so that's what they're gonna do. But I definitely don't really like this spot for me with them clearing out my entire board here. It's just a tempo play, but it's kind of an annoying one. And then if I don't counter the Teferi, then I can't clear the Teferi, so their next spell is uncounterable anyways. So like, what's the force doing in my hand at that point? Oh, they're gonna bounce my Saga. Oh, I hate that play. I don't like that play at all. I mean, they don't know like if that they probably think I'm threatening like some kind of combo kill or something, but like I don't like this play. Now they're gonna actually have to deal with construct tokens, and I'm actually clearing out their Teferi. I don't like that play. No good from me. Yeah, I'm just gonna replay the Saga here and kill the Teferi, and I guess we'll hold up Dress Down. I'm like a little threatened here by like a Tinker now, which is kind of unavoidable though. I could definitely Wasteland, but I don't really feel like that is a strong play. I kind of would rather hold this Wasteland for another Saga of their own, though I guess a Saga doesn't matter much because I have a Dress Down. It's very possible that end of second main, or in the second main phase here, I'll just cycle this Dress Down. Do I want to cycle Dress Down and get myself closer to a Treasure Cruise? I feel like I do. Like, they can't stop me from wastelanding them. And I don't really plan on making construct tokens right now anyways, so. What is this? Oh. Seems good. Okay. Unfortunately, now they get to Ancestral and then do stuff in their turn if they want, because we were only in main, but... I mean, Probe puts us towards Cruise, so... Swords doesn't really do anything. I'm just mostly worried about getting tinkered here. My opponent has Yogg will force opposition agent. Triple land. Okay, so I'm gonna go wasteland this Saga. To play a Yogg will though, they have to play Underground Sea, so they lose out on like rebuying a Saga. They can use it as like a Snapcaster for an Ancestral though. So there's a problem here where if I Treasure Cruise, I guess I'm always being able to swords on their upkeep, so I think it's fine. It's like thinking about like not being able to swords a opposition agent that would stop my Saga. I guess that's like another reason maybe that they went for the Saga, so they could try to delay it and end up opposition aging in it. All right, so technically next turn I am threatening a lethal with a key and a needle and an activation. I guess I don't have enough mana for that. I need another thing. One of the worst thing that could happen here is my opponent plays an Underground Sea, they play an opposition agent, and they draw a blue card for force, and then they can force my Swords to Plowshares. That would be basically the worst case scenario. There's not much I can do about that if that ends up happening. They might just, yeah, okay. So I just have to hope they didn't draw a blue card here, or I am in trouble. Try sourcing this so I can unlock my saga. Okay, that resolved. That's good for me. Oh, I drew the manifold key. So if I get a Black Lotus, do I win here? I get 1 mana, I get 4 mana, I get 3 mana, I get 2 mana, I get 1 mana. Yeah, so I do technically win this game if they did not draw a counter here. I think we'll go for it. Oh, I also have an extra mana here. Oh, interesting. So why don't I play out a key and then strip mine? But I could like just ancestral here. But then if I draw Time Vault, it's pretty bad. Because I have enough to go key, activate Time Vault, and kill my opponent here. I don't think they have a blue card for force, considering they didn't counter Swords to Plowshares. So it probably doesn't matter if we give them this mana or not. But I guess if I play Ancestral, I could theoretically cast Ancestral and draw like something to combat this. So let's just go Underground Sea, white mana. I guess I could have done the other way and had more blue mana. So maybe more blue mana was better. A good day to Pie. And then turn this Pie into a Time Vault. And then activate my Time Vault. Okay, I mean, that works. This is a beautiful, like almost a picture perfect explanation of exactly how I want to play this deck out. I want to have the good cards, have the right answers, and then be threatening Vault Key more often than the opponent. And this is why I think maybe we want a second Fiddlebender in the deck so you can do this more often. But I mean, we played our broken blue cards, we've played our 2 tutors, and we tutored for a win. So, and of course the Wasteland was quite good there. So. All right, my opponent is playing an Lurrus Saga deck with an Opposition Agent. That's probably very annoying for us. Opposition Agent is definitely going to be very good against our deck. Probably one of the best matchups for an Opposition Agent, considering we have 4 Sagas plus Vamp, Demonic, Merchant, and Fiddlebender. What does that mean? I mean, I like the idea of a negation in our deck for Tinker, and I like the idea of maybe another Swords to Plowshares. I typically like the Swords to Plowshares over something like Balance. The Portable Hole shouldn't really have any targets here. A Soul Guide Lantern hits just for Yogg-Will, which is probably not enough. But I do like a Needle. Just in Saga Wars, I typically like to have a Needle as an option. And then I don't really like the idea of Null Rotting here. Null Rotting is basically just for opponents who are doing a more powerful artifact-based thing, like a Jewel deck. Maybe we can go Balance then, or we just play more Swords to Plowshares. I don't know how many creatures my opponent's playing. We just saw an Opposition Agent. Could play Hercules, could play Mindbreak Trap. Could put the Portable Hole back in, could put the Balance back in. Maybe we'll just play 3 swords and try to lessen the blow of an Opposition Agent. I mean, we have Dress Down as well, so like we have options, so. That was a really impressive game 1, though. I mean, there was just a picture. It was exactly, I mean, one of the things I sometimes I think about when I make the YouTube videos is that sometimes I can't really help if the game 1 or even the match 1 is like a good match, right? So sometimes I'm like, man, do I want to like only show good matches so that people are only getting like really good content? Or do I want to like switch around the order so that, you know, there's a really good match to hook people in? But that one, I got really lucky. I have a picture perfect game 1 where it does exactly what I'm trying to do. Can't really be can't complain about that. This hand's another great Lurrus Saga. There's a Saga hand. Not Lurrus Saga hand. Well, I mean, this deck is interesting because I actually do think it kind of trends a little bit closer to Lurrus Saga as opposed to like a Lurrus combo deck. It is I think more of a combo deck, but like when you're having, you know, you're playing Swords to Plowshares and you're playing Wasteland, you're definitely taking a more controlling role. This deck is very much Splinter Twin style, where you are combo control deck. Blue, black, green, Demona. Yeah, sure. I mean, so I could counter this, but I think it's fine to wait. The one thing they can get with this that you can't really counter is if they like got an Urza Saga, right? Okay, maybe they have an opposition agent and that's what they're doing here. They demonic for a Lotus, so they're gonna try to get my Lorien revealed, but I have so many counter spells it doesn't actually matter. All right, I'll do Force Pitch Force, see if we get the Force back here. If I didn't have a bunch of forces in my hand and my opponent went demonic Lotus there, I think if I didn't have forces in my hand, I would probably respond to the Lotus with a Lorien Revealed activation, just so I can play around opposition agent a little bit better. I pitched the forces because I want to be able to Merchant Scroll for Ancestral here. I still have another force pair. Yeah, you can see, I don't know. I do kind of wish I had to dig through time in this deck, but I just feel that blue is a lot to ask. Especially like if you can't even like Merchant Scroll in the same turn. Like that's triple blue. This is gonna be a vamp on upkeep. Yeah, I mean this is fine. If they go Saga, that's the thing I can't counter. But if they go like Ancestral, I just have it countered. If they try to play like multiple mana and opposite Hull Breacher, I have a counter. It looks really great. Okay, so they went for Saga, maybe. That's fine. I don't actually care about a Saga here. I'm just at a pretty huge advantage. I could hold this Ancestral and wait till the next turn to play around Negation, but then it plays into Flusterstorm or something, so I'm just going to go Ancestral. Maybe they went Vamp for a Mental Misstep. That could be true. No, they have a Force. Pitching an Ashiok Dream Render. It's a banger. All right, so they probably just vamped for a Saga then. I am just going to force back pitching the... Oh, just pitch the Mental Misstep. Negation covers more things here. And then let's see what we draw. We've got a Strip Mine and our own Saga. Okay, we'll just Strip Mine our opponent then. They are at nothing. 0 cards, nothing going on, and we get to buy our Lurrus and then play Lurrus next turn. We don't have anything to use with our Lurrus, but that doesn't really matter. Actually, we might not even play Lurrus next turn because we might just get the Saga going. We don't have the ability to play Force of Negation here, so if my opponent does draw Ancestral Recall, the misstep pitch will be punished. Do another negation. Yeah, I'm gonna get the Saga going. Because I can't bring anything back with this Lurrus anyways. Blue. Ponder. Yeah, that's fine. I think you could get aggressive and counter this, but I don't really like it. They shuffled. All right, so from here... Oh. From here, my opponent loses the game. Let's get this Tundra in play so that I can negate it if they have a counter spell. Okay. And then I can't even lose to my own crit flip here because I have a Lurrus, because Lurrus is broken. All right. That was just a clinical textbook example of why you should play this deck. Or even just play Lurrus Saga. I think the only difference between this gameplay and the Lurrus Saga gameplay would be the Oswald. But the Oswald was a big deal in game 1 for what it's worth. But maybe you just don't need the Oswald and you can just grind it out. So Lurrus Saga, here to stay. For now. All right. Right back at it. Game 2, round 2, I should say. Not game 2. This hand is another Lurrus hand. Lorien revealed hand. I mean, looks fine to me. I mean, it's not fine. It's an abomination, but this is the life we live, right? Ancestral on my upkeep. Yeah, I'm down to force an Ancestral on my upkeep here. Kind of need both these Lorien revealed, so I'm just gonna pitch a dress down. Forcing back, pitching Time Walk. All right, well, yeah. Not much I can do about that. Wasteland. Yeah, I like wastelanding here, especially if they're on like Oath or something. I don't really want to give them too much rain. Damn. All right. Oh. Uh-oh. Nothing. All right. Well, we didn't get show and tell. That's nice. I don't really feel like this balance is very good here, unfortunately. Another wasteland. All right, I'll play out this time vault. Just using my mana wisely here. Obviously, them countering this time vault means a much longer game for me where we can't win with vault key, but I don't really see. Oh, okay, so they're on bug, not oath. That's also fine. I don't really care about that happening. That means the balance is actually a little bit better. I guess they didn't want to play the Collector Roof because they wanted to be able to use all these Moxen. A classic bug player with 2 Moxen in play. I mean, if they play an Oko, we're just dead, right? Oh, we have Narset, even better. Bug Gaming. Yeah, I don't know. Bug just won the last event that I was just at this weekend. Maybe it pairs well. Treasure Cruise, Jesus. Maybe it just pairs well into the current field. I don't know. Treasure Cruise here is quite the blow to my psyche. But maybe I can like balance away their hand after. I don't know. This game looks really bad for me. My opponent resolved an Ancestral, and then they resolved an Narset, and they had multiple Moxen in their 3 Moxen deck. It's just going to be very hard to win. They hit an Oko and a Treasure Cruise off of their Narset, so can't imagine that that's a good sign. Looks like they're going to Treasure Cruise. All right, well, maybe we can get away with a balance away their hand. That could be a way through here. But this game looks rough. We can't even like draw our own Ancestral and get out of it because there's an Narset in play. But this balance might equalize the board. Like, say they don't draw any counter spells. Deathrite Shaman. I mean, they have to assume that they drew a counter spell, right? Or you're not going to play out. I mean, best playing out doesn't matter if it's going to resolve either way. All right, well, I am going to Lorien Revealed out a Tundra. I don't really know what the best card I can draw is. Like, you don't really want to draw any of your artifacts at this point, but it would be the best. Balance. Yep. All right, I'm gonna go Tundra. I'm gonna play a Petal, and then I guess I'm going to Wasteland this so that they can't Flusterstorm me. I should have probably done that first, and then done everything on the second main, but. So I Wasteland this first. It's like it's you know we would. I don't know. Wasteland this. All right, this balance could be a Mind Twist for 4 with 4 cards in hand, and they lose their Deathrite Shaman. So pretty good. And then we actually, all right, they had negation and no force. And the balance actually ended up being okay. That's kind of nice. All right, so now my opponent has a Deathrite Shaman. They have a Narset. They have 3 cards in hand. They have 3 mana. Looks bad. So hard cast Vigor on my last 2 Moxen here. Yeah, seems good. Yeah, I don't know. If you can make it so that your bug deck has a theoretical decent matchup against Lurrus Saga blue-black, then could be a good choice for the field. I don't really think that this deck is very good in my opinion, but any deck is good if you can resolve Ancestral. So opponent's seen Ancestral, Time Walk, Triple Force, Double Force of Negation. Now they have an Oko, which I don't really feel like my deck can beat an Oko at all. how does my deck ever beat an Oko? It really just doesn't. I can't even like cast this Lorien Revealed as a draw 3 because there's an Narset in play. Classic Planeswalker Control Avenue here. Yeah, I mean this looks lost. Like even if I were to play a Lurrus, it just turns into an Elk. Yeah. Oh, and a Brainstorm. All right, I'm just gonna concede. This game's gonna go on for another 15 turns or whatever, and I'm not gonna have any fun. So instead of doing that, let's continue on with our lives here. I think the answer is just a bunch of Swords to Plowshares. I don't really like negation. Obviously, Oko and Arnarsa are like good things to hit, but I just don't really like the idea of bringing negation against a deck that's almost all creatures. Lantern's pretty bad. Haywire Might's pretty bad. So we can bring in some more of these cards. Maybe a Needle is something that's worth exploring. Though maybe you keep Flusterstorm just because of Force of Vigor. It's possible. Yeah, let's just run like this. A little bit leaner. And get a bunch of removal in our deck. Swords, Key, Force, Vamp, no black source. Probably fine. Not a great hand by any stretch of the imagination here, but if they have Vigor again, it's a really annoying one. Am I supposed to expose Tundra, or am I supposed to expose Tolarian Academy? Probably Tundra, so that I can buy a Lurrus. I mean, buying a Lurrus is kind of silly, too. I don't know, this is just going to be just a collector Eve. Oh, it's a classic bug hand with Jet and Lotus in it. I don't know why this is a thing, but it's so a thing. All right, well, that's a force. That's good. I don't have a black source still. Let's buy a cat and pass the turn. Okay. What now? What now? I don't feel good about this matchup. This probably is one of the poorer matchups for this deck, if I had to guess. Not a lot of bug online, though, so. A loam for the yeah, you got it. Loam for the forest. Not a problem. That's allowable. Green. Deathrite. Resolves. Now, don't get tempted here, chat. Don't Swords this Deathrite Shaman. They have plenty of mana. They're not attacking our life total here. They're not attacking our cards in our yard. Don't actually want to Swords this Deathrite. You need to hold this for a possible Collector Roof. Still no Vamp. Sensei's top. Not a bad one. This gives me 5 mana. This gives me hard cast force. Also gives us draw, which is probably what we're doing here. I don't even feel like we're supposed to look. I feel like we're supposed to just activate. PO. Let's see. And now we can spin with our floating mana. Bauble, Lorien, Swords. I mean, I definitely want this Lorien, so we certainly have a lot of options. Leovold. Yeah, I think that's fine. I'm just gonna try to win, so. We're gonna go to our turn. We're gonna draw the Lorien revealed. We will activate the Lorien revealed and get a black card. Oh, they're gonna play opposition agent. Yeah, I guess we should just. I mean, we could just dress this down. What's the mana situation look like? If we dress this down, we have 1 mana. We can't win because we'd have to. Oh no, we'll have black mana. We'll have Vamp. I mean, I think we're fine here, right? We have 1 mana, 2 mana, 3 mana. Vamp, draw, activate. Okay, I'm gonna try casting a dress down in response. This also lets me force or something if something bad happens to this dress down. You're going to force the dress down. 1 card in hand. You could have last card Flusterstorm. All right, I think I just want to go for the win, so I'm gonna force this force. Not on the opposition agent. Okay, so they do have last card Okay. So their last card is Flusterstorm. This is okay. So what happens now is they are going to end up drawing a card. But we're going to set up lethal and hope it works for us here. So what we're going to do is that gets countered. My dress down gets countered. And then the opposition agent resolves. And then the Lorien was on the stack. I swords the opposition agent. They draw a card because of Leovold. We get a black mana. And then we Underground Sea. And we play a Vampiric Tutor. And we're going to get a Time Vault and make them draw out of it right now. And then I guess we should just... I think I'm just going to untap this Ruby and let myself spin if we need to. I think I played this game really, really strong. If I played this game any other way, we might have ended up getting blown out by this opposition agent, right? Why are we playing against all these opposition agents? That's so good against my deck. That's like the single best card against my deck. Why are we playing against all that? Oh god, are we going to get Hardcast Forest here? Actually, there's no lands in the yard, so we can't get Hardcast Forest here. We do have a follow-up play, too, with Lurrus if we need to. Yep. Just gonna go Time Vault. Sweet. A negation there would have been abysmal for us, but where are the opposition agents coming from? Very annoying. But I like how we played that game. That was really nice. Opposition agent is probably one of the best possible cards against our deck, right? Can't think of too many that are better. What do we got here? Saga Gaming. Both of our black cards. Like, I don't know if this is a mulligan. It might be. But it's against Bug. Kind of want to keep all of our cards here and just grind. But, not great. Look, they have Ancestral or no? No Ancestral. Okay, I will just start by Wastelanding then. They have a Flusterstorm? They have a Brainstorm. Okay, sure. You got it. Okay, so here we're going to do something a little different. We're going to play Saga. I guess I'm not going to be able to spell. Okay, now I'm just going to play Saga and hold this Ruby. And then before we play the Ruby, we'll play the Tundra. So that might just not matter. I guess if they play Collector Roof here, then this is really bad play, huh? So maybe this play sucks. Yeah, because now I have to force this. Okay, yeah, that play was terrible. Didn't really play around Collector Roof in any way. All right, so now my stupid land is Vanishing Land, and I look like an idiot when I didn't need to. Yeah, like if I just sequence this in the other order, I'm just in a much better place. Really, really poor play. Not much I can do about it at this point, though. Just have to try to make a comeback. I do look really silly, though. Really silly. Yeah, I should just play around Collector Roof as their next play and play out a Tundra and pass. What was I thinking? Oh, please strip mine me. That play is really bad. I think this play is terrible. My Saga's going away anyways, and I'm only going to get an artifact that I can't possibly use. Like maybe I can get a needle or something that is somewhat annoying to them, but not really. I don't like that play at all. I would not strip mine there. Drew the one Underground Sea. That's pretty crazy because these cards are actually not castable underneath a Collector Roof. So that's very lucky. All right, are they out of mana or are we going to go on here? So the question becomes, do we want to just vamp for an Ancestral? Or do we want to do something else? I guess we could just vamp for a Swords to Plowshares too. I kind of just like vamping for swords. I'm gonna play into negation. I think that's fine. Just unlock their jet. And then we'll demonic for ancestral from here. I mean, I think they would be in a lot better spot if they had not strip mined my land. My opponent is a little sad in chat about bad draws in game 3, but I think if they just don't strip mine my land, they'll be in a lot better spot. Not gonna play around negation here. I think I'd rather just have all the options. Yeah, this is very winning here. All right, we got there. Very odd, but I don't think I played this game well for what it's worth. I'm not saying that I'm some kind of saint here. I think the playing out the saga was really, really bad, but it ended up working in my advantage because my opponent ended up wastelanding the saga, so we take it. Big win. All right. Fast cues tonight. You love to see it. Let's continue with cats. Oh, cat mirror. Let's go. Cat mirror is exciting. Good testing. What do we got? Oh, come on, man. Stupid soul ring. I'd love to keep this hand, but it doesn't currently function, so. Yep. Okay. Let's do this. I'm gonna go with Ruby. I mean, this stinks. This is the kind of hand that we have. Maybe I'm supposed to get rid of Soul Guide Lantern, actually. This is the kind of hand that we have against a Lurrus deck, because they're just gonna counterspell the shit out of us, but yep. Yep. All right. So now I'm like kind of incentivized not to Vampiric for an Ancestral because my opponent can just have Bowmaster. I kind of wanted to go for an Ancestral, but oh, Spell Pierce. Sure, that's fine with me. I have absolutely no problem with my opponent doing that to me. I'm glad I didn't like go all in on something else and then get Spell Pierced. Yeah, sick. I guess I mean, I'm not gonna play around Daze, so I'm really glad my Demonic Tutor's not getting Spell Pierced. My Ancestral's not getting Spell Pierced. I'm gonna go Ancestral now though because this is like the best time to try to get it in before something bad happens. Negation, sure. They had another Spell Pierce, sure. I mean, it's probably better than getting my Time Vault or Key negated because those don't get to come back if they get negated. Blue by Lurrus. Interesting. I don't know why we're buying Lurrus, but Fiddlebender, sure. So let's go Fiddlebender. Oh, they're gonna force Fiddlebender. Okay, they had all counter hand. Alright, I'm gonna get a lantern in here so this Lurrus isn't doing anything to me. And then yeah, I can't really go for like Lurrus on my own because this wasteland will just stop me. So they currently, as in, they can't cast Lurrus right now, but they can cast Lurrus after Lorien revealed. Oh, they have a Bronco. That's really bad for me. Bronco is really bad for me. Time Walk. All right, I'm gonna cast Time Walk, and I'm gonna cycle this because I feel like I'm under pressure now. Saga. Oh, they held the wasteland for Saga too. Sag. All right. Well, now I can at least pressure with Lurrus of my own. Balance. That is intriguing. I like the idea of waiting until they play their Lurrus. If I had another mana instead of this Time Vault, I could play the Time Vault out and balance. Or if I like could play this out, I could play this out and then balance. I don't want to buy Lurrus and then balance though. I guess what I'm gonna do is I'm actually just going to play out the Time Vault and then balance, hopefully. They're gonna draw a card here, and then they're gonna draw a card with the Bronco, and I'm just hoping that the cards they draw with those are not good, and I can just balance the Lurrus and the Bronco away. Fatal Push. Okay. They just held Lurrus. What does that mean? That just means that they have a negation in hand. Okay, well, I am going to Wasteland your Underground Sea and buy a Lurrus. Maybe it's poor idea. I don't know if they're like, I don't know where that came from. That play was interesting. I mean, they have a Bronco in play, so it's kind of still pretty bad for me, but Demonic Tutor. Are they just Demonic Tutor for a Black Lotus? That's not good for me. All right, so they Demonic for a Black Lotus. They go Black Lotus, Lurrus, Black Lotus, and if they have negation as their last card, then they can hold up negation with the Lotus after, which is just very bad for me. All right, well, I need this balance to resolve or I die. That's not it. I mean, I feel like they have negation the way they played their last turn out, right? So. Oh, no. Okay. I will keep this black land, I guess. Well, I don't really need a black land anymore, actually. So I guess I'll just keep this Tundra, even though it looks silly. All right, I got rid of their Lurrus and their Bronco, and then I get rid of one card out of their hand. It probably won't be Fatal Push, considering they know I have a Lurrus in hand. So it'll probably be a different card. Yeah. I mean, I need to draw another land to play my own. Oh, they did get rid of Fatal Push. Okay. And I have no idea what's happening. They have 2 unknowns in their hand. Maybe they just have Lorien revealed or something. Ah, they have Treasure Cruise. Sick. Well, that's about the worst thing that could possibly happen here. I feel like I played this game out fine, but my opponent just severely outdrew me. No land? Can't be good. Bobble? Bobble will be good if I ever resolved a Lurrus, but I feel like I'm not resolving a Lurrus in this game. They have another negation coming. Jesus. Okay. Somehow, I think this Bronco did enough damage that I'm in trouble. Full Master. Seems good. Mana Crypt. I mean, the way I win this game is Volkey, so I don't really care too much about this Bowmaster here. They do have a negation in their hand, though, that we know about, and they don't have any lands in their hand, and they have 5 cards in hand, so, like, it looks pretty doomed. I drew Key. I need a counterspell, though. I need a counterspell to resolve this. But I don't have one. Okay. I just have to hope they have nothing else besides the one negation that we know they have, and then draw a blue card on my next turn. I mean, a Black Lotus would be a pretty cool draw, because Black Lotus would get the negation out. I mean, even a land is a pretty cool draw, because I can do a bunch of things. I feel like a blue card probably is winning here, though. All right, drew the blue card. All right, so I'm just going to go... Do I play around Spell Pierce? No, they've already used 2 Spell Pierce and a Flusterstorm. All right, I play Manifold Key. Do they have double force after already using a bunch of forces? Yep. They had triple force. Quadruple force. All right. Nothing could have been done here. My opponent just outdrew me. I mean, I could have played it slightly differently in this game, but I feel like I put myself in the right spots. I like how he played it. Just didn't work out. Okay. So do we like need anything here? I don't really feel like we need anything here. Maybe I just play a second swords over a negation roll like this. I could have played this slightly differently, right? I could have gone for I mean, just balancing away just a Bronco is not worth it. I kind of like, maybe it makes a lot of sense my opponent's play. Just like if I don't beat the Bronco on board, then I can't win. So make me beat the Bronco before deploying the Lurrus. But I mean, it only really makes sense against balance, right? Because like my other removal is swords. This is a very powerful hand. Doesn't have anything going on right now, but it will. Show me your secrets. What do you got going on? 8,000 forces? Oh, a bunch of Broncos. So my opponent's hand is push, Bronco, pierce, strip, soul ring. All right, do I play turn 1 Lurrus here, or I don't have enough? I don't have a turn 1 Lurrus here because of my wasteland. Cruise Jet. Jet plays Lurrus. I don't buy anything with Lurrus, but I don't really get to cast this Jet either, so I guess the answer is... How much does this cost? 7? I'm wastelanding. I guess I could get wastelanded here. I could do something like play this Trop and then like they might be encouraged to play Strip Mine C to play around, or Strip Mine to play around my own wasteland if I play wasteland here. Like I'm not actually gonna play Lurrus because it's just gonna get pushed. I think what I'm gonna do is draw the Trop. It's a little bit of a mind game, but all right. So they played the C, and I'm gonna misstep this Soul Ring. I guess I could hold the misstep for the Fatal Push, but I feel like misstepping the Soul Ring is better. And now I can just wasteland this C. Wow, I've lost all the life. And then I can draw the Jet, which is underneath. And I can go Lurrus. And it's super hard for them to get rid of this Lurrus. And then I'm drawing top into Cruise. Oh, they just drew another Underground C? Okay. So they have Spell Pierce up. So if I draw my Cruise right now, I cost 8 minus 3 is 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, I can still just do that. And then I don't want to play anything else into this Spell Pierce, so I'll just pass, and then next turn we'll kill them. I mean, maybe they play Strip Mine Bronco, in which case they're super dead. The classic 1 PO, baby. Island, sure. Bronco, sure. No Bronco? Damn, Bronco. Okay, cool. Bobble. Top. I guess crack bobble. Play bobble. This runs into Mind Break Trap, I guess, but whatever. Cool. All right. They've lost the game. have left here? So I can't PO again because there are no more POs in the deck, but I have a DT. I'd like to DT for a combo card if I could. Maybe I just cast Lorien Revealed. Uses a lot of blue mana, but... If I find one half of the combo, I can tutor for the other half of the combo. All right. Oh, maybe I shouldn't have gone for the Bobble replay because I could draw Lotus. Interesting. I don't know. I'm not saying that that was the best way to play that out. I just don't think it's possible to lose from that spot, so I don't think it matters how I play it out. Maybe I should think about it a little bit more, but the 1 PO coming in clutch. Coming in clutch. Okay. I don't know. PO is a weird card where if you have your Moxen, it's great, right? But if you don't have your Moxen, then it's just a dead blue card. And if you have your Moxen, you should already be able to do things with lowering your field anyways. All right. This hand does not do as powerful stuff as last hand, but we've got a lot of white mana and some white spells and a Saga, so let's just go keeping. Underground Sea, Soul Guide Lantern. Sure, that's a good one against me for sure. I definitely like Mox Pearl before I get Spell Pierced and make them have a Wasteland. Oh, I guess I could go with the Sensei's Top. Let's go with the Sensei's Top. Forgot about that. All right, I have a nice answer to Bronco too, which is cool here. All right, nothing from the opponent. All right, spin my top. Time Walk, Haywire Might, Flusterstorm. Okay, I will take Flusterstorm and Time Walk. I'm not gonna go Time Walking here because they can just have counter spells and stuff. So I'm just gonna play out my Tundra and hold open all of my stuff. And the next turn I'll definitely draw the Time Walk. It's definitely a good spot to be in. Chabot Master, just a draw card, sure. Another Saga. All right, it might be just a Saga for a Needle. Can't really remove it either, so I'm just gonna make a construct. I'm just gonna activate this and see what they do. So they did make a construct in response. I'm just gonna go get a needle and I'm gonna name Urza Saga. And then I'm going to let's cast Swords on their construct. Oh, I guess I'm not holding up Flusterstorm if I do that. Huh. I don't want to do that. I don't know why I did that. Wasteland, Underground Sea, Soul Ring. I feel like these cards are kind of garbage. I guess I would rather have Wasteland. All right, I will cast this Time Walk. If they want to Spell Pierce it, I think it's okay with me. I don't actually think it matters very much. Oh, they have Fatal Push on my construct. Okay, cool. I think I'd rather them just didn't search. My Flusterstorm just doesn't do anything. All right, I think I'm just gonna play. I'm gonna let them search without knowing that they're gonna keep another, or they might not keep another Saga. So that maybe, I don't know. I feel like I'm gonna get freaking Black Lotus here and be very sad, right? Just get a Black Lotus. They buy and play Lurrus, and they replay Lantern. I have my balance ready. It's probably just fine. Though I guess they're going to be one land down, which is a little annoying. Alright, the last card's Lorien revealed. I'll definitely just fluster it, right? Actually, I guess I don't need to fluster this because I'm just going to balance away a bunch of their cards after. I think that's actually just fine. Because they're actually tapped out here. Wasteland Saga. Sure, that's fine. They have to have double force now. I think I want to order this Underground Sea Treasure Cruise or Treasure Cruise Underground Sea. So I can still draw into this. I want to balance away your Lurrus and a card from your hand. All right, now I'm going to have card parity, and they have to have second one. They just have second one? I mean, I guess. That's crazy, isn't it? They have a Soul Guide loop, too. So I'm gonna not be able to Treasure Cruise, right? That's so bad for me. I'm actually not gonna be able to Treasure Cruise at all because they're just gonna Soul Guide loop me here. All right, whatever. Is what it is. Or maybe they don't. One card in hand. Buys a Lantern. Double Force there was so bad for me. One card in hand. Are they just gonna hit it or no? Maybe they just don't hit it. Maybe they draw a card. They just drew a card. God bless. I guess now they can play a Bowmaster though. Oh, Bronco. Okay. Well, I don't have my balance anymore, so it's kind of bad still. Interesting. I mean, I could maybe get a dress down loop going. That's probably the ideal scenario in this game, so. If I can just dress down Lurrus, loop them this whole game, that would be ideal. I think the answer here is after draw, then spin. Ooh, man. Oh, okay. Man, these are not good Magic cards, huh? All right, so now we go Wasteland. I guess this turns on Fatal Push, but whatever. Okay, we have more dress downs and Merchant Scroll. All right, this is a good spot. I might have to take another 5 here, but then I'm lifelinking 3 back, so it's not actually bad for me, right? Time Walk. I go to 2. Oh, wait, does this goes away at the beginning of the end step? Jesus, that's like the worst thing that could have possibly happened. Ugh. I don't think I want them to draw a card. I think I just need to I just need to trade here and let them invest in a Bronco and like hope that my merchant scroll gets me there. Wow. Oh, I guess I could have drawn and played another dress down. And I still didn't do that. Maybe I'm just bad at this game then. I didn't really consider that. Would that have been worth it? On the end step, I could have spun, drawn, played a new dress down. What does this merchant scroll even get me anyways? I don't have an ancestral, right? Oh, no, I do have an ancestral. I mean, what if they just bowmaster me? My opponent got a Lotus, not their Bronco back. I don't know what that means. Maybe Lorien revealed. I should have done what I said I should have done. At the end step, I should have taken 2, and at the end step, I should have cracked my Lotus, spun, drawn my dress down, played my dress down, and I still would have untapped with a top and a merchant scroll in hand and a Lurrus, and it was just much better. I don't know why I didn't do that. I don't know why I didn't do that. Is this another Bronco in hand? Oh, this is Demonic Tutor. Doesn't sound good for me. And then pass? What does that even mean? Maybe just tutor for a negation. Well, I can go PO or ancestral. Let's go PO. Sure. Get demonic for ancestral and then drew Flusterstorm. I can pay for it. All right. Draw 4. Okay. I used my land drop, so I can't Caracas. I did not draw a Swords to Plowshares. This is gonna be a game. I mean, maybe my opponent just untaps and Volkeys me at this point, but I'm just naming Soul Guide Lantern here. It's the only recurable thing my opponent has in their yard besides Black Lotus. And it's gonna, I don't really want to get them to draw any cards off their thing. Maybe that's stupid, but I mean, I have to win this game with Volkey, right? So, I mean, I have an overwhelming mana. I guess I don't have an overwhelming mana advantage because they have Black Lotus in their yard, but I have a decent mana advantage. I have a Caracas coming for this Lurrus. I guess I should have named Wasteland, huh? Oh. Yeah. But I kind of want to be able to Wasteland Saga, so no, they drew a bauble. So my immediate needle name did not do anything. All right. This game is getting harder. Because they're up to 4 cards. I'm at 6. I have to Wasteland Saga, Caracas. I draw a million cards. Ancestral. Should I Wasteland the Black Source? So I can try to resolve Ancestral. Might just be better. Mental misstep. Disgusting. Guess we're gonna spin here. That is heartbreaking. Swords. Key. I guess hitting the black source means they can't replay Lurrus, so that actually does seem pretty good. We do have a Vault Key on our way here. I'm playing this a little too fast, but I also don't have that much time. I should play this a little slower. Like, there's a lot of things happening here. So I could draw this Swords and Swords the Bowmaster, but I don't actually think I need Swords the Bowmaster. I am at 6. Then I have Key, Fiddlebender. I mean, I'm not casting Lorien Revealed, right? Or am I? Probably not. Oh, I should spin. I could have spun the top away, so I would still draw Key. That was pretty poor of me as well. If this gets like forced at the end of all this nonsense, I'll be very sad. They really have force as their last 2 cards. This does open me up to Lorien Revealed next turn, right? So it's pretty important. That's crazy. They have force as their last 2 cards. Okay, they're resolved. All right, so now I have a Caracas. I bounce their Lurrus. They can't replay their Lurrus. I have a Spell Pierce up. I can block this Arc Army token. I have Key, Vault Key coming. Okay, this might be a win, actually. Wow. I'm not sure I played this perfectly. I had the right ideas, but 6 cards in hand. 4 cards in hand. 1 is Lurrus. Probably can't block there, even if they attack, because they could go like land Bowmaster. All right, I play a Sensei's Top. I draw with my Sensei's Top. I play a Key. They have to counter this. They had force. Oh, maybe I am supposed to Lorien Revealed then, because how am I winning this game without Vault Key then? Shit. I already used my Needle, so I can't Needle Saga anymore. And this is only at sorcery speed. Oh, I might just like threw the whole game then. That's not good. Huh. I mean, I had to cast I had to wait a whole turn, I guess. I done goofed, chat. I done goofed. I'm gonna get Manifold Key killed here, actually. That's crazy. I don't have anything else I can get, right? Oh, I have a Haywire Might I can get. I still die to that, right? Because they make a 4/4 and kill me. Oh no, I gain 2 life. Okay. So I can sack this Pearl and get a Haywire Might, and Haywire Might the Saga. They make a construct token. It's a 4/4. Okay. Oh, they're gonna do it in response. That makes sense, because I could have another Needle. Oh, now I could portable hold a construct token. Is that better? If I portable hold the construct token, I could just wait on that, because this can't kill me unless they draw 2 artifacts. Yeah, let's get a Haywire Might. and kill this Saga. I gain 2 life and I go to 7. I take 5 on the swing back. And then I can portable hole it. Strip Mine Academy Force. I definitely don't need these cards anyways, so... Guess I'll just hold up Hardcast Force. I guess I spin again. Strip Mine Jet. Jesus, these cards don't do anything. Okay. I guess I can shuffle again. Oh, I should put the Jet so I can get the Soul Guide Lantern. Lurrus Saga. All right, well, Strip Mine does something right there. Okay. I have to hold this Fiddlebender back anyways until I beat this 1-1. I guess I died to any Bowmaster now too. I guess what I could do is I could activate Fiddlebender, bounce Fiddlebender, and replay Fiddlebender. Should I do that? I don't think so. Okay. Jet, Strip Mine, go. I don't even have 2 drops to go get, right? So I just have a Soul Guide Lantern I can get is the last card in my deck that I can tutor for. I can shuffle, though, with it, though. Dress. Oh my god, I have to freaking hardcast Force on this, and I can't have spell. I guess spell doesn't do anything anyways. Four minutes left. Oh, I can get my soul guy. I can go get my top to shuffle. I don't think they have force, so they would have forced last turn, so I can just do that play. I still don't know how I'm winning this game. They just keep drawing black mana. Stop doing that. I have a Watery Grave in their deck. Where'd that come from? I still have a Soul Guide Lantern I can get. What's their top card? Gataxian Probe. It's my top cards. Academy Tolarian. I just have to hope they don't draw anything before my Saga kills them. I can't. They can't Lorien reveal because they know I have a Spell Pierce too. What is this? Oh, they finally were able to replay Lurrus. Ah, shit. So they get what? A Lotus, a Lantern, a Bauble, a Bauble. Okay. I should have hit them with a Soul Guide Lantern then. I can do that now. Or I can find Wasteland, maybe. I have to win in 2 minutes. They drew a negation. Okay. So their last card in hand is Lurrus. Oh, it's turned off. Why'd I turn off Soul Guide Lantern? That's crazy. So I guess they get to loop a bauble now. I can get rid of this needle though. Oh my god, they drew a black source so they can actually cast oh, there's no I got rid of that one. Oh wait, no, they needed to fetch first. So now they can't cast Bronco. All right. Oh, I played this game so badly. I'm so sorry, chat. I'm so sorry, chat. The minute they draw a Bowmaster, I die. Oh, they don't have a black source. Let me see. Oh, I drew a force. That's actually super good here. Go get a sapphire. And then I want to sack this needle. And then hit them with the Soul Guide Lantern. I like missed out on damage, but I need to play fast. Now I can just let the Lurrus resolve. Time Vault's fine. Lurrus is fine. Bounce Lurrus. Go to my next turn. Draw. Tundra. Attack. Let's win. Oh, wow. Okay. I think I had some better choices I could have made in that game, but I had the general idea correct. Oh, I had some better choices we could have made in that game. I could have lost the game at multiple points if my opponent had drawn better cards. Wow. Crazy game, though. I mean, this is like, this game in particular is a prime example of why I think Lurrus and Urza Saga and Lorien Revealed make for good gameplay. Like this is an incredible game of Magic, right? Like lots of things happened, lots of back and forth, tons of choices. All the choices mattered. Just a brilliant game of Magic, right? All right. Let's keep it going. That was a crazy match. Pulled it out in the end. Another cat mirror is coming on the horizons here. We've won a lot of die rolls in this event, have we not? I feel like we have. Classic Mox Opal draw. Strip mine though, repeal forces. Still probably keeping. I might go, I don't think I want to play out this Opal though. I was thinking about playing out the Opal so that I could have the ability to buy it back, but this is not the text that I'm looking for where I could like play this and bounce it in response. No, I think this is the newer text where it doesn't do anything. Okay. Gataxian Probe, sure. My secrets are revealed. I will kill your Urza Saga if you play it. Strip mine. Strip mine! That's evil. Alright, well, I'm going to cycle this repeal. Obviously, this is not good right now because my opponent's getting an extra mana for free, but I need to make sure that I hit land drops. Okay, they didn't even float a mana, so that's good for me. Could have been a lot worse. Definitely don't like that I didn't play my Opal for that scenario. I'm going to play out the strip mine. Yep. And this is where we're at in life. Don't want to show them that I drew Wasteland. Saga Gaming. Okay. No Saga Gaming. Maybe they drew another Saga, so they have more Saga gaming on the horizons. The modern horizons, if they were. Wait, what? Man, this game looks hard. Sure, Wasteland is just the best card. It is by far the best land. It's so strong. It just makes games nonsensical. Nobody can play the game if there are simply wastelands involved. I'll play a new wasteland out here. I don't think I'm going to crack my pedal for a portable hole on this jet. Doesn't seem like a strong play. Ground C. Like they could play a Bronco here, right? We'd want to be able to portable hole a Bronco. Yeah. I'm gonna let that happen. Don't think I'm gonna wasteland there. C, because you need to be able to kill a Saga. I'd love to draw a Moxen or a land so that I can have Flusterstorm back up here. Huh. That's unfortunate. Alright, well, I am gonna cast Portable. They have Mental Misstep? I mean, I have to force back, right? I don't really have, like, I don't have a play here. I have to force back. Alright, well. I mean, I'm not beating a Bob here. I can't beat a Bob here, so. It's a bad spot, I must admit. This whole spot was only because I got my Tundra Wastelanded, right? If I didn't get my Tundra Wastelanded, I would have had Flusterstorm up. No one would have a problem. I'm gonna actually hit this Underground Sea now. Obviously they could have Saga, but now they have to have Saga and another land, so I don't know. Wasteland games, man. Wasteland of their own. I mean, if they have a second Bronco, like we just snap die. Key gaming. All right, I'm just gonna play out this Opal. I don't feel like it hurts me to play out the Opal, and I could get Spell Pierce later, so. I mean, they drew a Pearl, which means they get to buy Lurrus and play Lurrus. That is wild. That is just wildly illegal. I am so upset. I guess any like land that's not a. I mean, any land there is bad for me, so I guess it's fine. But just and ancestral off of a blue land that we. Okay, I mean, this is sometimes the mirror. It's just wastelands into ancestrals, and I'm gonna lose this game badly. I mean, I had to. I mean, I had I had to double. I had to double force a mental misstep. Like, it was not going to be pretty. There's no reason to bounce this Lurrus. I have a wasteland anyways, and I want to get this in play to turn on my Opal. Oh my god, they have a Daze in their deck. That's even more illegal. This deck has like 2 islands in it. I can't believe they just dazed me. And then played another colorless land. Nah, man. This is so silly. You can't play Daze in this deck. It's just never going to be turned on. And Daze is better in the beginning turns of the game. All right. I've been bested. My opponent had better wastelands than I did. What can I do? What did I take out? I took out like negation and played a swords, and then we just roll with it. Fun. Oh, I wanted a needle, right? I already have a needle though. Do I want 2 needles? I did bring in 2 needles. What did I bring in 2 needles for? What could I have possibly taken out? I don't even remember. What did I do? Quick, ask Justin. What did you do? What did you do? That was like a 40-minute game 3. No, I only had 1 needle in my deck. Okay, cool. Whatever. We battle. Yep. Yep. I mean, just wasteland things, right? I feel like so many games in Vintage get decided by wasteland. No one's calling for the wasteland restriction, though. This pedal looks really bad here. I guess it gets vampiric, so maybe it's not terrible. I think we just hold everything up and see what happens. Basic Island. And a Mox Sapphire. And a Time Walk. Okay, yeah. I'm a little jealous. I'm not gonna lie to you. And an Underground Sea and a Go. Alright, I will cycle. Alright, my opponent's better than me. That's what I've decided. A Sapphire Ancestral Time Walk? Where are mine? What about me? What about me, though? What about me, though? This game is so cooked. I guess they didn't have a Bowmaster, though. I mean, I didn't get Wastelanded. I didn't get Saga'd, but they did cast and resolve Time Walk Ancestral Sapphire, so... What are we really doing here? Alright, I'm casting Vampiric Tutor. Find out what happens together. Ah. Okay, that's okay with me. Hey. It's okay. Now my Ancestral will resolve for sure. Nice pencil misstep. I got a top. No? I don't have a top? Interesting. I don't feel bad about that. That's okay with me. Chat. I mean, if they play Lorien Revealed now. And Watery Grave. Oh, okay. Oh, and Lorien with backup Spell Pierce. Or buy Lurrus. Replay Lurrus. Okay. Oh, no play Lurrus. Okay, that must be negation then. Okay. Wasteland. I think I like Wasteland by Lurrus. I mean, they don't have a bobble. They don't have really anything going on. Demonic? What do you even get? You've already used all your good cards. Probably bobble. Might just be force backup for their Lurrus. So they already have negation backup. My opponent has a lot of good cards so far. Maybe they should get a Saga. Though I guess I have a Wasteland, so that seems pretty silly. Nothing. Pass. Maybe it's just a dig through time then. Force of their own for my Lurrus here. Force of my own. All right. I mean, I'm gonna play. I don't feel like this spot is getting much better weighting, so. Oh, okay. Well, I will replay the top that you forced. So. Ah. Well, I have an answer for that. Cut down, huh? Not long goodbye. All right. I ran into the Spell Pierce. My bad. Guess I didn't want to Spell Pierce my Sensei stop. I don't think I'm supposed to force back or anything. I don't really feel like my Lurrus is that big a deal right here. I'll be able to come back without it. They don't have anything in their yard for their Lurrus, so. Saga Gaming. 3 cards in hand. 2 cards in hand. I'm not going to use my Petal and Swords here. It runs into too many things. Daze and Spell Pierce and kind of stuff. Black Lotus. I will play a Black Lotus. I will Swords your Lurrus. Force. Okay, I will force your force. Using my Black Lotus, I think, makes sense here. Keeps the dress down for later. All right, they're at no cards. I feel like they did. I felt like my opponent played this game extremely aggressively in a way that they really didn't need to. I don't really like how my opponent played this game so far. It's hard to say because I don't have like perfect knowledge of their hand, but. All right, drew an Lurrus Saga, play an Lurrus Saga, pass. Strip mine. It's a good one. Portable hole, opal pearl. Well, none of those are very good. I don't even think portable hole is. I mean, I guess I'm gonna draw portable hole, right? It's fine, I guess. Do I want to cycle this dress down? No, I need to wait in case my opponent draws another saga. I am gonna look now just because my opponent could or I could draw like a fiddle bender here, which would be pretty good. Hold this for a Bronco. Hold this for a Saga. I guess I'll probably play out the way. Sure. My opponent doesn't play a and a waste. Okay. In this case, we'll just go opal pearl. I mean, I shouldn't actually have any mana problems with my Moxen coming down, even though they're like attacking my mana really aggressively. I don't really like wastelanding. I get why they're wastelanding there, but I'm not a huge fan of wastelanding there, just because I feel like you want to hold it for Saga. I am supposed to spin though. Force. Okay, we'll leave Force on top, and then we have lots of options here. We'll spin again when we need to figure out which one we want. I feel like I have this game under complete control. I have an active Sensei's top that we were able to rebuy with our Lurrus. They don't really have anything going on here. Bowmaster. Alright, I will dress down the Bowmaster, and then we'll just portable hole it. I mean, I don't really need to, but maybe I'm supposed to be able to. What is this? They're gonna negate my portable hole. Okay. So if they drop Twister, I look like an idiot. Noted. I mean, I guess it's better than getting my key negated randomly, so they're just firing off at everything at the moment. I guess I was an idiot because I mean, I could have not drawn this Force of Will, and maybe I was supposed to not draw the Force of Will. I actually probably don't want this key on top because I can't actually play it this turn. All right, I'll have to put that back and put the opal in play. Hope we don't put to draw anything good this turn is basically all I can ask for. Okay, 17 turns later. Well, they draw. Another one? I'll just force it. Really want this many Bowmasters in play. So this is key. I wish I could use my top key stuff here. I guess maybe I could. These draws are just not good. I'm drawing so poorly. I don't really feel like I want to increase my clock that substantially, but like I could do the top trick and draw extra cards every turn, but they keep drawing Bowmasters. And a Bronco. All right, well now I might not have much choice. My opponent has just strong creatures every turn. Maybe if I find like a balance. Like my opponent not drawing any my opponent not drawing any sagas while I draw all wastelands, and then instead drawing all creatures has just been not it for me. I'm gonna take a bunch of extra damage here, but I need to just press the issue. I just don't have any time with this Bronco starting to draw cards. Like at any point I find the time vault, I win. So I think it's definitely worth continuing the efforts here to find the time vault. What the? Yeah. I'm gonna do it on their turn, save myself a point of damage here, and then good God, I am in trouble. All right, Saga. Okay, well, I have like one draw, right? I have one look at the spin and the top and hope it gets me there. I guess I can still hit balance, but depends. They hit Soul Ring off that. That's not too bad for me. So I have nothing that I care about here. I am almost dead. All right, so I draw on my turn here, and I go to 7, and they have 6 power at the moment. And then I draw for turn, I draw a bunch of Moxen, and then I need to figure out if there's a card underneath my top 3 here. There just isn't. So now, unfortunately, though, if I do draw any more cards, I die. So does that make me dead? No, because I can look one deeper, right? So I guess I look one deeper. So activate, draw, activate, and activate. Yep. All right, so if the third card here is something good, I can still win this game. If it's a Mother Moxen, it's a Time Walk. All right, I mean, I guess that gives me another turn. I mean, if they have a last card force after all, come on, man. What? How am I drawing 7 Moxen and my opponent's just drawing Bowmaster, Saga, Bronco, Force? All right, yeah, whatever. I'm dead. I'm not mad. He said being very, very mad. Funnily enough, PO would not be very good here. I mean, I guess I didn't really have that many good draws, but I don't know. I feel like these kind of draws are the ones I'm looking for. It's pretty bad to lose a top deck war when you have a Sensei's top, but sometimes it happens. It's magic. All right, there will be no trophying. A rough loss to the Saga Gaming. All right, not a bad quick league, not a quick league, but like a my opponents have been around. The Q timers have not been long. All right, one more Lurrus Saga Mirror to rule them all. Though I believe my opponent's probably on a combo-oriented deck. I'm down to hold open Spell Pierce against what I believe to be some kind of PO-oriented Lurrus deck. I'm pretty willing to hit Spell Pierce on a lot of different artifact mana here, so... including Mana Crypt. Ancestral. I don't really feel like I need... after countering Mana Crypt, I don't feel like I need to have Force open, so I'm just going to go get the Ancestral with my mana. It's just a good use of my mana here. Anything else just doesn't feel like it's a very strong choice. Mm-hmm. Oh, that's a good one. What else? Island. By Lurrus. Sure. Mox. Alright. I like cast ancestral. Target myself. I always have mental misstep, man. I don't feel like my construct tokens are gonna be strong enough here, though. Maybe I played this game like a bozo. Do I want to stop Lurrus, bring back Mana Crypt here? What am I doing with this mana, this needle? Like nothing. It's gonna be pretty hard for me to balance if I make constructs here. Alright, they do basic islands, so that's not a Lurrus thing in the ice. Sure. I feel like this is gonna be... I don't know. Is it just Black Lotus for me? Maybe it's just a bauble. Yogwill. Jesus. This looks bad. I feel like I took a really bad route in this game, but I'm not really sure what I was supposed to do. My cards were... It's one of those awkward draws where you have like some of your random cards. Also, maybe my deck just does not have enough blue cards in it. Alright, so I'm gonna go... Manifold Key, and then I'm gonna Needle Time Vault. I can get rid of it later if I need to. Oh, this Needle's getting countered? I guess it would let my construct attack. Okay. No, I just come on, man. You just had natural Volt Key with force backup here, and I can't do shit about it. It's so don't have a blue card in my entire deck, apparently. Very nice. Very nice. Alright. Oh, Null Rod's good here. My opponent's on blue-black PO. I'm taking Mindbreak Trap and Negations as well. Don't really like Needle as much in this kind of matchup. Shouldn't need a portable hole either. Shouldn't... I guess it's probably still correct to have a Soul Guide Lantern. Maybe I took something... I might have made a really big mistake in that match. I don't know, though. I mean, Wastelands are definitely less good. Maybe I'll just cut this Petal and this Bauble. Or maybe I just cut this Opal. Actually, Negation's like not even that much better, right? Because they don't actually have Tinker. PO on my turn. Maybe I played that game too aggressively. Like I got rid of my. I mean, I tried to resolve an ancestral, right? And my opponent had mental misstep. Am I really the one who's at fault when my opponent mental missteps my ancestral? Is that my fault? Maybe. I mean, those were my like power lines. I mean, they had a force for my needle. All right, this hand's good. Which one am I casting? Just Merchant for Ancestral, probably. Just like Mana Crypt, Florian saw Underground Sea, Merchant, Ancestral, Pearl, go. Oh, I guess I could have got rid of balance. I don't know. It's kind of nice to be able to have a balance. They're also playing with more creatures than normal. Timeful. Am I just gonna get Volkite again? Can't wasteland them because they have a basic island. Draw both black cards. Because I have an Underground Sea though, so maybe it's fine. Have the negation blue card this time, but they could easily have counter backup. Just natural Volkite counter spell backup again. Merchant Scroll, yeah. All right, so I don't think my opponent has anything. What I'm gonna do is, oh, I was gonna say I was going to demonic for a time walk, but I won't be able to do that. I could demonic for a Lotus, Lurrus, Lotus. Sure, why not? Oh, how much better is that than just getting a blue card? Lurrus, Lotus, hold open hardcast force. I feel like it's better, right? All right, well, I mean, if my opponent has a kill, they have a kill. If they don't have a kill, then we win. They are they going to repeal and then fluster me? Oh, they just they could have repealed, flustered me, and then killed me. That's crazy. Wild. Almost lost that game. Maybe I could have taken a more conservative line and like demonic for a blue card and had more mana open to not get killed by fluster there. I feel like it's possible to rest down. So that's okay. That doesn't matter. They have to have a force again. All right. Time Vault for the win. I don't like how I played that game. I think I played that game poorly. I think I just took lines that look good that weren't actually good. I think I do want a needle, maybe. Oh, I didn't. I clicked okay. Maybe I do want a needle. I don't know. Like, can my opponent's deck win? That's not Volk. I mean, I have a Null Rod. I have 2 Mind Break traps. But I do have the ability to hardcast them, so that's good. I was gonna say, I'm not sure these mind checks are that good here, but wait, pass. I could have also like gotten beat pretty hard by like maybe the ancestral on my upkeep. I'm not sure. This ancestral on my upkeep, great, fantastic, of course. A horse, of course. Let's go with Mana Crypt and Underground Sea. Yup. Just cycling this. See what we have. I'm gonna hit this with a Mind Break Trap just because I'm not sure there's gonna be a better opportunity to use this Mind Break Trap. I can buy a Lurrus here. They got a lot of mana, okay? Opal is not turned on. Does give me more mana though. Yeah, this sounds bad for me. They just get counter magic or something. Maybe they just get PO. Whatever it is, doesn't look good for me. Maybe I should have led with Academy so that I would have had the ability to maybe draw Wasteland on. Like if I draw the Mox Opal, then I can play a Wasteland and I still hold up a Mind Break Trap. So it's like I had other choices here. Is he gonna play Lurrus or what's the plan? Lurrus is fine. I'm not too worried about Lurrus. Maybe I draw Mox here and have a nice balance. Just get rid of their creature. I did not draw an artifact. That is bad for me. If I buy Lurrus, I don't actually have enough mana to play Mind Break Trap. This sucks. And if I make an artifact with my Lurrus Saga, it doesn't... I can't balance. Things are really bad. This is still a winnable game, though. Brainstorm. Two cards in my opponent's hand. One of them they tutored for. Just dress down. So they can dress down, dress down. Yeah, I'm gonna try to Mind Break Trap this dress down so they can't get two dress down next here. They have a good last card. They have last card PO. All right, well, I mean, you have last card PO, you have last card PO. What am I gonna do? So they tutored for an extra combo piece there. I don't think I'm allowed to let them have the dress down, right? Like maybe they go for the PO and it's I get the PO and then they still get dress down, so it's like pretty bad for me, right? Lorian. PO again? You sicko. All right. Well, I believe we have lost. I don't know. That could have been a mistake on my part. I feel like I played the last two rounds really poorly, but I also don't know if I even had a chance. Just felt like my opponents had much better things going on than I did. God, they drew Black Lotus. Now they can play Lurrus. 2 Black Lotuses if they want. That's wild. I don't know. I've played this blue-black PO deck. I just don't think it's very good, but it's certainly not. I mean, it's still a Lurrus deck. Still a PO deck. I do like the thing in the ices, though. All right, I'm off it. They've drawn their whole deck. There's no point in playing anymore. I probably played the last 2 games bad. I think I was getting fatigued out. We had some really good games in this set though. The first game of the very first game of the day I thought was quite good, and then I thought the 45-minute long round 3 was pretty awesome. I don't know. It's really frustrating though. Like if that's how some of those Lurrus matchups are gonna go, where they're just entirely based on things like that are not super controllable, it's bad vibes. Like when the Lurrus matchup and both players have like similar power level cards, it's probably some of the best possible gameplay, right? But if like one person has ancestral or like you just get wastelanded too many times, it gets really challenging. I felt kind of disadvantaged here against PO where they just like had more good cards than I did. I don't know if that's actually true or just like that's how it felt. It might just be true considering we have to play we're playing things like Lantern and Needle and these little one-ofs in the main. I don't know. I don't know. I'm not really sure. Overall, like the deck seemed pretty good. It definitely did some of the things I wanted it to do. It has this like clunky issue where you just don't draw some of the cards that you need at the right time. It also has like it might have a blue problem. What are we at on blue cards? 21. That might just be too low. So maybe the answer is I need a 3rd dress down or a 2nd PO. How was Cruise? Cruise was okay. We got to Cruise a couple times. How was the main deck targets? The Lantern and the Needle were okay. The Bauble was okay. The Petal was kind of bad. Maybe I'll just take the Petal back out and put a 2nd PO back in. I had cut the 2nd PO because I thought maybe 1 was the answer. But now I just feel like I want more blue cards. So I'll try that. I don't know. Overall, it was pretty good experience, and we'll probably test some more with this deck in the future, especially with the upcoming possibility of a Modern Horizons 3 card that might go in the deck. So we'll see. We'll see. Hope you enjoyed it. Hope you made it to the end of the video. If you did and you want to see more vintage content, I put up videos every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. I'll see you then.